All right, that's our big story here with Donald Trump all set to win big. He could likely be the president of the United States. Trump wins the biggest swing state, Pennsylvania. Donald Trump clinches 3 key swing states, and this clearly is sounding his victory already with Kamala Harris. In the latest we hear, her supporters have already left the Howard University address venue. She was to be addressing that venue. It appears that Kamala Harris's team has decided she will not speak today. She is not going to appear at that venue. Many of the supporters there leaving that venue early, several teary-eyed, very upset. But on the contrary, we're looking at Trump supporters, a bunch of them, Indians there doing the bhangra, holding the Trump flags, the banners with Trump's name on it. This is Donald Trump, who's likely to be winning this presidential election. He is, in fact, at this point, at a very crucial stage where a few more seats will decide. 270 is the decider. A few more seats to decide his, or rather announce his victory. But it clearly looks like at this point, Donald Trump is near to victory. He wins North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Georgia, the very important swing states. And this already making it abundantly clear that Donald Trump is the next president of America. Where we know that there was immense support for Kamala Harris all through the weeks of these presidential elections. We had huge pop stars, many celebrities. The list could only go on, those who came out in support for Kamala Harris. And yet we did know that this was going to be a neck-and-neck fight, but it appears for the moment, the numbers that are stacked, 214 for Kamala Harris, while 247 for Donald Trump. And that's showing a huge lead for Donald Trump. Unlikely that Kamala Harris could catch up. And the fact that he's managed to win the biggest swing state of Pennsylvania itself giving a huge indicator that Donald Trump could clinch victory. He is likely to be the president of the United States. The biggest swing state of Pennsylvania itself was where all eyes were on, and it appears that Donald Trump has managed to win this big. So this is a U.S. election that will go down in history, and undoubtedly the 2019 elections that Donald Trump lost, almost was pushed out of the election race itself on many cases that were leveled against him. It was at one point deemed as unlikely that he could even contest the U.S. presidential elections. But the man has really come out of that storm, literally manages to clinch victory. In moments from now, we'll hear an announcement, but it's quite clear here that Donald Trump has inched closer to victory. Very unlikely that Kamala Harris will catch up. The numbers as it's stacked right now is Kamala Harris shown at 216 with Donald Trump at 247. 214 Kamala Harris. There you have the numbers on our screens itself. 214 Kamala Harris with Donald Trump at 247. And the fact that he's managed to win the swing states itself is a big telltale. At this point, we know that Donald Trump has promised several trade policies, lower taxes, and the fact that he's been opposing immigration, ensuring hard walls along the borders. That's the promises that he's made for the Americans, and it appears that America has voted and largely in favor of Donald Trump.